Border ride right here, about to jump on.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
Hey people, welcome back to the channel. It's Time London. Just bringing you another vid straight from Kampala, Uganda. I'm still around here, and just wanted to talk to you guys a bit more about transport here in Kampala. I've already spoken to you briefly about the Ubers here in Kampala. Now I want to talk to you more about another popular means of transport here in Kampala, Boda Bodas. Now these Boda Bodas are the motorbikes that you see around if you've been around Kampala. They're literally the most efficient ways of getting around Kampala. Now, good sides and bad sides to these Boda Bodas. I'll start with the good first. Now, the good sides about Boda Bodas are they're very cheap depending on how far you're traveling, and they also get you through traffic very quickly, quicker than cars, especially during rush hour here in Kampala. I'm sure some of you who live in Kampala know the huge problem about traffic here in Kampala during rush hour. Now, Boda Bodas during rush hour, they will get you where you need to go very quickly because they're very efficient. They can weave through traffic, even though sometimes they break the law, they break the rules. They go, through the opposite ways of the roads, which they shouldn't. But they get you where you need to go very quickly. Like I said earlier, they're very cheap as well. They're cheaper than Ubers, and they're cheaper than taxis, other means of transport here in Kampala, which is popular as well. Another good thing about Boda Bodas is they're literally everywhere, so you can find them everywhere. Along any road, inside roads, main roads, you can catch Boda Bodas, and they'll stop anywhere. So that could be another good thing, and it could also be another bad thing, which could be dangerous because they stop anywhere. And Boda Boda guys, another thing about Boda Bodas is that you can negotiate the prices. If you're depending on the distance you're traveling, where your destination is, you can negotiate with the riders, and they can give you a little discount if you talk to them properly. Sometimes they have a fixed rate depending on where you're going, or sometimes they'll give you a little discount, so you can negotiate because they don't really have a fixed fee for the destination you're going or where you're traveling to. So those are kind of the good parts. Now, a few bad parts to Boda Bodas. Like I said, they can be a bit dangerous. I mean, most of them, they'll be in a rush to go through traffic, like I was saying, so they could put you in a bit of danger. I mean, like I said earlier, sometimes they go the wrong side of the road to try and go around traffic, so that could be dangerous because obviously incoming traffic, if you can get in a few sticky situations. So that's one of the bad things. Another thing about Boda Bodas is that I think is it's a bit dangerous here, especially in Kampala. Most Boda riders, they don't, even themselves, they don't wear helmets for safety reasons. They're breaking safety rules obviously here in Kampala, and they're supposed to be wearing helmets because the government has been getting onto them and telling them to wear helmets, and they don't normally offer passengers helmets as well. So you could be you end up being exposed on most of the Boda Bodas. So my advice to you, if you're thinking about using Boda Bodas a lot here in Kampala, if you're coming from abroad, even if you live here in Kampala, if you can afford your own helmet, you know, buy your own helmet if you're going to use Boda Bodas, so you can always be protected, because you know you don't want to get into any sticky situations and you know get some bad injuries on your head. So if you can get some protected gear, you should, especially if you're going to be using these Boda Bodas a lot. And another negative thing about Boda Bodas is these riders, some of them ride a bit mad through traffic as well. So if you don't tell them, well, some of them are good riders, but others rush because they want to drop you off as soon as possible so they can go pick up another passenger. So what I would say to you is, if you do jump on one of the Boda Bodas, look, talk to them if you're wary, or if you really want them to go a bit slow or whatever. If you're not in a rush, tell them, hey my bro, listen, be careful, don't go on no mad rides or whatever. Take your time, I'm not in a rush or whatever. Even if you're in a rush, just tell him, listen bro, take your time, follow the rules of the road and ride carefully as we go through traffic. So I've mentioned helmets, I've mentioned bad riding, I've mentioned the efficiency of Boda Bodas and the prices. And to finish off with the Boda Bodas, look, most of these Boda Boda guys can talk a lot when you get on the Boda Boda. So most of them are friendly guys, and yeah, so I recommend Boda Bodas as long as you try and protect yourself, and also take them during the day, because during the night, at the moment there's a curfew, and Boda Bodas are not really supposed to be on roads after a certain time of the day, maybe from 8 at night or 9 o'clock. So use them during the day, because at night they might not be available if you do need them. And also another good thing about Boda Bodas here in Kampala, they've introduced another system called Safe Bodas. These Safe Bodas, you can use an app to order a border, same as you would if you're ordering an Uber. So you can use an app to order a safe border, and these guys are supposed to be the safest border riders here in Kampala, hence the name Safe Border. So I personally think I would recommend those guys, because these guys, you could see them if you're in Kampala, they wear these orange waistcoats, and it's got Safe Border on the back. So if you do want to use Boda Bodas here in Kampala, I highly recommend Safe Borders, because you can order them using an app like an Uber, and you will know the rider coming to pick you up. And also with these guys as well, they're a bit more trained, I believe, and they're more safer on the road, because they literally anything. I believe you can leave comments for the rider as well, using after they picked you up or dropped you off. So they're more registered, so you're always gonna know your rider, who's picking you up and who's dropping you off. And also, these Safe Borders, they don't only transport people, they can pick up packages for you as well. So if you do have a package to deliver to somebody, if you want to surprise someone with a present, or you want to deliver something, you don't actually have to be on that Safe Border for them to deliver your package for you. You give them the location where they're delivering, you give them a number of the person they're going to meet at the location, and there they go. They're really trustworthy. We've used them. My boy Ash behind the cam, we've used them a few times here in Kampala. So those guys are highly recommendable. So Boda Bodas here in Kampala, you can use normal Boda Bodas, you can stop on the side of the road, or you can use what I recommend, Safe Borders, because they're normally more safer than normal Boda Bodas. So what I'm gonna do for now, I'm gonna show you a few clips of me riding Boda Bodas. I recorded for you guys, so you can see how it is when you're riding a border here in Kampala. What I'm talking about, how to ride and how to go through traffic, and my point of view when I'm actually on the Boda Boda. So enjoy the clips, and I'll catch you on the other side. Brah.
What's up, man? What's your name? Speak louder.
Alright.
Say hello to the people. What do you say about Boda Bodas in Kampala? They're cool, yeah? Saying they're cool, or he's cool. You know, he got me here safe, so I'm about to pay him.